Uh, yeah, he'll practice when he's ready. You know, I want to be, this time of year. I think it's important that you're 100% before we put you out there. And right now, he's still a little sore.
Hamstring or what's going on with
You know, it's I don't like to talk about the injuries right now. You know,
Okay.
not until I have to.
I understand.
Yeah.
Coach, you have one more week to go
Uh,
before.
oh, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Ladies, okay, ladies first.
You have one more week to go before minicamp starts next week. What are you kind of hoping to see this weekend of these guys?
I like to see these guys keep progressing and learning our scheme. The younger players moved around a lot faster today. That just tells me they studied over the weekend. They're getting more familiar with what we're doing, and I thought it showed up, especially those young defensive backs.
Roger Goodell today reiterated something he said in the past about it. He doesn't believe we need 4 preseason games. What are your thoughts on that? He said he's talked to coaches and the indication is that that's too many, that they really don't need to have.
You know, you have 90 guys, and you shorten training camp. You do have to evaluate them, and I've always used those preseason games to evaluate the roster. Can you get it done in 2 games? Yeah, I think you can. I think we'll do some things differently in practice. I think you'll see more teams practice against one another, like you're going to see us do this year. We have the Rams coming and the Saints, and so you can get some evaluation done in those practices. But we can make it work. Whatever the league want to do, we can make it work. That's for sure.
The joint practices, can they serve in some respects like the preseason games because you're able to see them more at height competition?
Yeah, you know, you're going to see them against good competition, and you're going to see them against another opponent, which is going to take it to another element in practice. So you can get good valuations during that week of practice for sure.
Another thing, it seems to be kind of a league-wide trend. Some teams this past couple weeks have talked about not playing their starters much in the preseason. The Rams have said they might not play some of them at all.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that? Are you rethinking that at all, or do you still?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I studied teams last year. I wanted to see how they started that first week and that first month. And some teams that didn't play their starters started slow. Some teams started okay. Some teams finished strong at the end. I'm definitely looking at doing some things like that this year.
Is there a chance that the starters would play less?
There's a good chance they're going to play less. It's a real good chance.
And that was, I think, most notably the Rams did that last year. Is that a team that you?
I looked at the Rams. I looked at the Colts. I looked at the Texans. A lot of teams did it last year, and so I did my research, and the results speak for itself. You know, I think all those teams were in the playoffs at the end of the season. I think they were playing their best football at the end of the season. And so yeah, I think we're going to do some things differently this year.
Anthony, Packers head coach Matt LaFleur, towards Achilles playing basketball, thick of game. Knowing that it could happen to a head coach, are you guys
Wow.
going to enforce that a little bit more now on the players? Hey, it could happen to a head coach. Look
Well,
at you.
man,
You know?
head coaches don't have to go out and play, you know. But I guess you could if you want to keep everybody accountable. I guess you could put it on head coaches as well, you know.
I mean, like not like now you as a head coach tell the players, hey, you guys shouldn't be playing recreational. Kind of keep yourself so that you guys don't end up getting hurt the way maybe he did.
Well, I mean, you've always had those examples of guys skiing, motorcycle riding. You just want guys to be smart, you know. And you can go out and play an easy pickup game, but you got to be smart when you do that. That's all. That's all we want. We don't want anyone getting hurt, but it's unfortunate. Head coaches get hurt too.
When's the last time you played, Coach?
You know, with my knees, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on a hard court now.
You still don't?
Yeah. Well, I can still dunk it now. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted now.
Hey, coach, there was a pretty upset, a boxing event this weekend. Big upset. Are you a boxing fan, first of all?
I'm a boxing fan, but I'm not sure which event you're talking about.
Andrew Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua.
Okay.
Was a big favorite in that fight. I think 15-1.
Okay.
Andrew Ruiz
Wow.
upset him. I was wondering if you can use that story to kind of motivate your team, or if you guys use stories like that to motivate your players.
No doubt. You know, there's always some Muhammad Ali film upstairs, some Mike Tyson tape, Evander Holyfield. I mean, we've used all those guys. Just showing how you can be down early and come back and win. Just showing, resilience and perseverance. Yeah, I've used all those examples before. I may have to go watch this fight now and check it out.
It's a pretty good fight.
Yeah. Okay.
The guy who won is not slim. I'll just say Anthony, at the beginning when you said you knew guys would be studying when they came out here, if they were, can you kind of educate me on the young guys coming in this time of year? How much time do you expect them studying? What's normal?
Really, all their time. You know, I told them you're here to learn football right now, and they're so far behind. And if you're going to leave an impression on myself or coach or anybody in this organization, you got to know what you're doing. And I just believe when you have that knowledge, you can play with more confidence. You play with more confidence, you can play faster, and you can make plays. And that's what we need to see as soon as possible. So I think they're doing a good job. I think they're adjusting well.
For a young guy, that's kind of hard, isn't it? That you shouldn't almost have to tell them that they want to be doing that.
Yeah, well, you know, not everybody in this league want to be the best, unfortunately. You know, and you don't know who that is right now. I mean, I just got to know some of these kids, but if you want to be the best in the league, then you have that passion. You're driven already. You're going to be doing those things without someone telling you. But right now, I don't know that, and it's my job to tell them.
I think the second week in a row that Derek walked into practice. Can you provide an update on Derek Watt?
He had the shoulder surgery a couple of weeks ago, and we're not in no rush to get him back on the field. You know, no, I never put a timetable on a player's injury, so he's getting better, but no rush at all.
Coach, when you look up, is there anything you could try on Melvin Gordon? And if you've been in communication with him, do you think he'll be here?
I think we've talked on the phone. I mean, I vaguely remember what he looks like, but I mean,
You expect Mir next week?
he'll be here. He'll be here Monday. He'll be here Monday.
Coach, when you look right now after practice and you see guys still on the field working, what does that mean to you as with the team working and working hard, and especially after practice?
Well, this time of year it means a lot to me because they don't have to be here. You know, so the ones that are here and they're working hard, it just means a lot. It just tells me a lot about their character and you know, the type of teammate that they are in that locker room. So, and the ones that are not here, it's not that I'm pissed at them or they have bad character. I'm not saying that at all because they're working. I guarantee you, Melvin Gordon is working, and when they get here, they'll be ready to go.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay. All right.
Adrian Phillips, what's up?
Coach said he could dunk, so can you dunk as well?
Yeah, I can dunk. You know, my layup package is better. Too much, and I don't really try to go out there and just yam on people. So when I'm hooping, I'm usually just laying up, maybe stay on the arc, you know, showing my little jumper.
There was a fight this weekend. Did you watch Joshua versus Andrew Louis?
I didn't watch it, but I saw the highlights. But from the highlights, it looked crazy.
Can you glean some inspiration for that? Does that stories like that motivate you at all?
Yeah, I mean, never judge a book by its cover. You know, they thought Joshua looked the part. Other guy, you know, might not have looked like him. You know, I feel like a lot of people thought he was just going to walk over him, and he went out there and proved them wrong. When you get the opportunity, you either going to stand or you're going to fold, and he stood tall. It was great.
Adrian, what does it mean for you to be back with the team, back with this defense, and in a familiar place that you've been for the last few years?
It means a lot. You know, it's our third year going into it, so a lot of the stuff that I picked up over the last 2 years is just bouncing off my head left and right. So we're able to do a lot more things now. Our team is running a lot more fluid with it being 3 years, and just being here, you know, we're about to take that next step, and I wanted to be a part of taking that next step, and I'm just grateful to be back.
You guys added Nazir Adderley, Jerry Tillery,
Mhm.
different guys. What do you think those rookies bring to this defense?
Dogs. I mean, they were dogs in college. We expect them to be dogs here, you know. You get to see a little bit in OTAs. It's kind of hard. You just kind of see if they're fluid or not. But when we get to the training camp, we're really going to see what they're about. But we expect them to do the same thing that they done here. Nas was picking the ball off in college. We expect it here. So he's already shown some great ball skills, some great range out the middle of the field. Can't wait.
When you talk about next step, obviously that's many months down the road.
Mm-hmm.
OTAs now, what foundation is important to set now?
I think right now for me is just being a cohesive unit. You know, everybody being together, finding out what works, finding out what doesn't work. This is your time to see, like, to try something new, try a new technique to see if you like it. The stuff that you've been working with your little gurus, as Coach Lynn calls it, the stuff you've been working with them, apply it to the field. And then, when we're out there in practice, it's just competition. When you compete with each other right now, it gets easier down the road when you're going against somebody else. So I think right now, phase 1 was just the building phase, getting everybody bigger, faster, stronger. Phase 2, start incorporating some football in there. And phase 3 right now with the practices, just applying everything that we talked about and everything that you learn to the field. So I think we're gelling pretty well right now. We don't want to peak too fast, but we're looking good.
Adrian, Denzel's working his way back in individuals, and hopefully it will be full go once training camp starts. What does it mean to have Denzel Perryman back there for this defense?
I mean, he's a thumper. When he first came in the league, we called him Baby Thump. I don't know if y'all knew that, but he
Who came up with that nickname?
I can't remember who came up with it. It was probably Manti. It probably was. But seeing him back on the field, seeing him run around, he looks a lot better. You can tell a lot of guys, when they get hurt, a lot of them blow up. And he actually went the other way. He trimmed down a lot because he knows, he has to be able to run with everything. And just seeing that commitment, seeing him take advantage of the opportunity to be able to just get his body the right way, and seeing him back on the field, he's flying around right now. So it's great seeing him back out there. When he gets back out there full time, he's going to be in command again. So it's just great right now to see him be able to make some moves out there and make plays on the ball.
How much energy does he bring himself? He just sets up the tones that are at his.
A lot. See, the thing is, with our team right now, we got a lot of energy on the team already. But when Denzel comes back out there, it raises up a whole nother notch. That's how vital he is to our defense. And, anytime he's in there, he's destined to knock somebody's head off legally. But it's great to have him out there.
Adrian, have you talked to teams during free agency, other teams, and were you interested in taking visits or anything, or is this where you wanted to be?
I mean, all that stuff is behind me. I don't really want to talk about that. I did want to be here, though, and it ended up working out that way. And, right now I'm just focused on the season. I don't really want to talk about all that.
Can you talk about your camp over the weekend, what it was like to have all those kids out there at your camp?
Yeah, it was great. One of my big things, I've always wanted to give back to the community, give back to the city that raised me. Just being able to go back out there and bring some friends that are successful, that's in the league, just having them show the youth, hey, if you want to make it out, if you want to make it to that next level, these are the steps that you got to take. And just having fun with them, just seeing them have fun with people in our positions is great. We're impacting those kids' lives. A lot of kids never get to really see that. So I just wanted to bring that to my city, and being able to do that, it was one of those feelings that you can't really describe. It just you love it.
Do you tell them about your underdog story? Pablo Velasco told us that he probably had you in his office about 8 times to cut you.
Yeah.
Now, you're not only a safety, you're also a linebacker. You
Right.
do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Can you kind of tell them about your story?
Yeah, I talk to them about that all the time. A lot of them have their stories of, they feel like coach might not be giving them the chance that they want. And I just kind of tell them, hey, you just got to keep knocking on that door, keep knocking it down, because you never know when that opportunity will arise. So you just have to make sure you stay prepared. And sometimes you're going to fail, but if you fail, just go full speed. Just try. Just take a chance. And if you fail, then it's okay. Then try again. So I like telling them those stories, and they want to know about, what happened with me, why didn't I get drafted, blah, 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 all that stuff. So I just kind of take time to talk to them, and then a lot of times we just kind of talk about life, what's going on with them. They don't always want to talk football all the time,
You had this camp. Did you have a camp that you went to when you were young, or any mentors that sort of kind of gave you that hope that you're getting now?
No, I didn't, and that's why I wanted to bring it back to the city, because a lot of our friends, we've always wanted to have the opportunity to go to a camp like that, but no one ever really brought it around. And we don't want to drive around. Dallas is big. We didn't want to drive to Cedar Hill, DeSoto, and pay for camps. We just kind of wanted it in our own city. So it was something that we talked about for a long time. So just to see it come into fruition it's a real blessing. Thank you.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah.
You play online
Nah, I'm online.
You online?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that experience like playing with people from different countries or different backgrounds? Talk to us about that experience and the joy you get from that.
So playing online, the gaming world is like a whole different world out there. Like, if you think you know about gaming, you really don't unless you play online because it gets crazy out there. It's real competitive. You know, it might be times you want to throw your controller at the TV. People are talking smack to you. Like, it's kind of like being on the field. Like, people talk crazy to you, and there's some people out there that like are true professionals. So, you know, just playing the game, I think it builds character. I think playing the game builds character, and you know, you get on there, you get your butt whooped. Sometimes you get mad. My wife gets mad at me because I'm mad about the game, and she's like, "It's just the game," and I'm like, "No, it's not. You don't understand." So, I don't know. It just builds character. I like playing.
Do you have an alias or you play under your name?
I play under my name. I'm on Xbox though. I do got a PS4, but my crew, we the Xbox crew.
Is this Fortnite? What game?
Nah, we're PUBG. PUBG. It's another shooting game, but it's a little more realistic than Fortnite. Fortnite, they be flying around. They got all this other stuff. On PUBG, they got real guns on there. But Fortnite is fun. I have played Fortnite. It's fun.
How do you balance that? Because you got to study, and that's can be pretty addictive.
Yeah, it can. I think it's just like with anything. You know, too much of anything becomes detrimental to you. So, you know, when I get a little free time to get away from football, that's kind of like my me time. That's what I use for my me time. I don't. Some days during the off season, you might be on it for about 8 to 10 hours, and then some other days you might be on it for an hour or so. But you know, I don't know. It really comes down into the time of the season. Like during the season, I'm not really on it as much because I don't have time because I'm up here from like 5 to 7, and by the time I get home, I'm ready to go to sleep. So I don't really play it too much during the season, but during the off season, it's kind of like it's an overload. Yeah.
All right, hey, you gotta go live.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
For both answers, I don't know if you were talking about football or video games.